Hello, YouTube. What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna make this as short as possible because this is not going to be the main stream. I'm also not going to be responding to chat at this moment. This is simply for the VOD. I'm going to export this video to YouTube once this is uploaded, and then I'm going to restart stream immediately after, and then that will be the main stream. But with that being said, hello YouTube. This is just a world tour. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I wanted to make an actual video that I could edit and then post. But it seems that that is not going to happen because I don't have the storage on my phone to do that. I don't even have the storage to upload the full pyramid video, which I'm still gonna try and figure out how I'm gonna eventually do. The quality is probably gonna be pretty bad on that video though. But to keep it short, I'm gonna give you a full world tour of everything that has been done and things that are hopefully gonna get done in the future. And yeah, that'll be the gist of this video. So there's no point in beating around the bush. Up here, my original idea was I'm gonna build statues of a bunch of creators that I used to watch when I was younger, which I have not gotten around to at all. I don't think I will, to be honest. I'm thinking about doing something completely different with up top here, but I'm still on the drawing board with that. Um, Little farm. I won't go over to that because we've all seen a farm. This is the newer village that I've built compared to the older village. And then I'll go right down here into the zoo. So this is the zoo area. Got some sniffers, some ocelots, some mountain goats, pandas. The zoo is far from done. We had polar bears. Okay, there he is. There they are. Mushrooms. I don't know why they're all in that corner. Yeah, we have a bunch more pins, but they're not going to get filled anytime soon because I'm the only one doing the zoo now, unfortunately. So I'm more than likely just going to end up doing the mobs, like the harmful mobs. Starting with Buddha. I'm definitely not doing it anytime soon. I got other things I need to finish. But we got camels, armadillos, and I believe that's it as of right now. Little hangout area. But that's about it for the zoo. I should also probably close that off eventually, but let's see. From here, we'll just walk down these stairs. So, as you can see, 1559 at the top of the days played. We've done quite a bit with this world and much more to come. Fuel source, some more storage back there. It's like a mud brick maker. More fuel. This was like the starting area of the whole world. This is what carried us through majority of the world. All these chests, this whole starting area, all of this. The allays were supposed to go up into the zoo, but that was like roughly around the time when we started to die down and slow the amount of craft we played, and then it came to a stop. But this was my first base. This was my original starter before I built, well, actually before we built what is now main base, which is the hole. We'll get to in a second. For those who don't know, this is the fastest staircase. This just goes to show how bored we got. See, these animals, some of them were supposed to go to the zoo as well. These are just for food if needed. There's skeleton horses down here, a whole lot of them. We had an unnecessarily large amount of skeleton horses within the span of maybe a week or so. So we just collected them all, put them down there, and then we're going to use them for the zoo. I made a melon farm, which, funny story, I made this melon farm all because I was like, there's golden apples, golden carrots, it's probably golden melons. That would be useful as food. That, and I'd rather eat watermelons than apples and carrots, so let me make a melon farm. And then I made a melon farm. And then I made like 5 or 6 stacks of glistening melons, just to find out 2 weeks later that you could not eat them. So yeah, that's a thing. I was supposed to make a zombie farm over there. There was 2 spawners down under the zoo, and I was gonna finish that up, make a zombie farm, but our other farms are more efficient, so what just hurt me? Ah, dickhead. Wow, I just missed a lot. Thanks for the trident, though. Okay, yeah. Onwards and upwards with the tour. So, I will... Honestly, while the villagers aren't up, I'll show you all the village. I'm more than likely gonna miss a couple things, which won't be that deep. Majority of the stuff that I tend to miss is less important or less visually pleasing. So, long story short, if this is confusing, we had a charged creeper in here, and in order to make a farm that one of my friends needed for their house, cough cough, won't say any names, Froglight Farm, if you know, you know. But he had to change it to peaceful in order to make the farm. And that got rid of our charged creeper, unfortunately. I don't think there's going to be another one going back in there. But yeah, this is the village that I had planned out. It wasn't going to look like this. It was going to look a lot better. But this is how it turned out. I'm not entirely mad about it. Kind of like it. Of all villages that I've done, I'm definitely not as proud of this one as I am of others, but I do like it. I've been thinking about making another one, to be honest. But I don't know where. Okay. I'll go show the less visually pleasing stuff for just to get it out of the way. So my working raid farm, somewhat working raid farm, not working raid farm. This is a gold farm, obviously. Or it should be obvious. This was the second raid farm that I built right here. And also my second raid farm to completely shit the bed. This was the first raid farm that I built, which also so happened to be the first raid farm to shit the bed. And then that's the second or third raid farm that I built. And that was the third raid farm to shit the bed. Alright, asshole. Literally anyone else. Literally anyone else. Is that a membrane? That was. Look at that. I almost swore I saw pillagers down here. I kind of need the ominous bottles. Even though I don't have a working raid farm. I need to build a villager breeding center over here so I can easily transport villagers between raid farms, because that one broke after one raid, or it was like 3 raids, but they had spawned where the villager was at and kind of irritated me because it killed him and then destroyed the whole spot of where he slept, so kind of ruined that for me. Also makes it a whole lot more irritating to deal with, because now I have to go back over there with 2 villagers and then make more villagers and then bring more villagers back up to the spot where they're supposed to be at. And it shouldn't be too difficult to do, but will get done eventually, probably after the ocean monument. So these were like, this was like a to-do list that we had going. At first I was thinking, oh, they're probably making this to keep me busy while I'm in the world. And then they started helping me with it. But then a realm came into play and they don't touch this world anymore. And by they, I mean the H-bomb and the Mycosaurus Rex, which are the 2 I run the craft with. I won't drop governments. If you know, you know. But the zoo is #1 because that's already been started. It just hasn't been completed, which I'm going to call it completed once I trap the warden. We already did this. The fog, the end farm, that's literally on me to do. Nobody else wanted to do that. Trading outpost definitely needs to get done. Our trading outpost is a dirt hut with all the villagers in it. Netherite beacon. Probably not happening. Anytime soon, at least. Fix the hole pads. These things. Which I don't think is going to happen either. They don't seem to have any problems. So originally, our very last or most recent idea before all getting off this world collectively was a PvP Coliseum, which was a really good idea, and we had it mapped out. We also have it partially built in a creative. The only problem was the realm had caught into play, and then nobody wanted to get back on this with me, so I was just like, that probably won't happen. But not that deep. It'll eventually come if I get bored. We got a parkour course. Don't know when or where that's gonna go or anything of that nature, but I know I want to do something with parkour. This little pyramid right here, I built like roughly around the time we had started this world and had the main area up and going. That is a hint to what you will see further into the video, if you have not already seen it. Let's see, I've shown the village. Farm isn't necessary. Shown the zoo. Okay, so we can go into the hole now. I'll show y'all everyone's base before I get to mine. So this is the H-bomb. It's got a lot on the dog factor. But pretty snazzy crib, if I do say so myself. I do indeed like the touches. The armor stands definitely need to get filled up, but yeah, this is one of the 3 cribs that are in the hole. Let's go to number 2. This was my touch to the house, which, by the way, these 3 are not my houses. The first 2 are. First one is the H-Bomb's house. The second one is the big T-Rex's crib, which is this one I'm currently at. Also a lot on the dog factor. Alright. I'm gonna go up to go down. Just to show the water elevator. This right here, and this right here, were the 2 most pain in the ass parts of building this whole hallway. Like you'd think, oh, the dragon heads and the egg. You know, the egg can be duplicated. The dragon head just simply takes an extensive amount of time in the end, which really doesn't even take that long. Just matters. It's a matter of how many cities you can come across. But I got some dogs of my own. They kind of just stay there. There's a slime in here. Nobody said you could be in here. Little enchant room that I never use. Potion brewing area that I never use. This is like the main spot though. Probably my favorite part of the house. If anything, one of my favorite parts of the house. I think these were easily my most favorited detail that I did. Shout out to the big T-Rex for helping me with the glass here, because this was originally blocks. And I would have left them as blocks, I'm not gonna lie. But it looks much better like this. A little map of the area we got going on right now. All the CDs. We actually have a farm for that, which I'll get to in a little bit. Extra storage that I haven't fully worked on yet. Just a small farm. And then that consists of my house. We'll go down to the very first XP farm. Which really isn't anything special, it's just this is what carried us through 90% of the game. Well, up to the dragon. Nothing special. Okay. We will... Do we fly over there? Nah, we'll fly back. We'll do it on the fly back. Okay. Because my boat's here. Let me not think about it too much. I'll just do it on the fly back. Okay, so this is the duping area. What the fuck just hit me? So confused. Ah. Dickheads. Anyway, this is the duping area. That goes to the end portal. I believe there's either a woodland mansion or time trials that way. This takes us to what I wanted to show. Actually, I need to get this guy off. Get out of the way. This will take us to the ocean monument that I am currently draining, which is my current project. That goes to the... I'll just go show it real quick. Turn, motherfucker. Thank you. Holy. Yeah, nah, these lights are killer. So this is a magma cube farm. Magma cubes drop down. They go into here, they die from the snow block, and then once they get small enough, the frogs eat them. Once the frogs eat them, they drop out like this, with some magma cream. But yeah, nothing too special, nothing too fancy. Only died once building this farm, which, cough cough, I didn't build the farm. I was trying to help build the farm because I was bored and didn't want to do what I needed to do, and then ended up dying while trying to help. And then from square one had to re-obtain everything I had. Which was awesome, we love that. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, it's this way. I think. I actually don't use the tunnel at all to get to the ocean monument, which I should probably start doing. I actually don't think it's this, to be honest. This might be the PvP arena. I don't recognize this. I think this is to the PvP arena. We'll find out. To neither. This is to the jungle, where we obtained the pandas. Good to know, good to know. Which means the tunnel I was just looking at, that tunnel goes to the PvP arena, which isn't built at all whatsoever. It's just simply a mountain range with a cool little valley, and we were going to build it inside of the valley, just to give some sort of context. But there is absolutely nothing there built, so don't come for me. Why didn't you go to the arena? I wanted to see it. There's nothing there. Trust me on that. This is the ocean monument, though. I can confirm. I do remember building this. Wham! Alright. Yep. This was my base and still is my base of operations as of right now. Should have quite a bit of... I know I didn't use it all. Maybe I stored it somewhere in order to get sand, which would make more sense. Um, but yeah, what you're looking at in the distance is the circle with the monument in it and the glass around it. I just need to simply drain it, which is going to be quite fun with a stack and 9 of sponges. I'm going to enjoy myself doing that. Not. Alright, let's show you the actual circle. I definitely messed up doing the circle itself somewhere. This is not a... Well, you can't really make a perfect circle in Minecraft, but it's not a good circle, per se. But yeah, I just need to simply do more rows of sand, drain it out, and then my plan is to get a color palette of blocks together, collect all those blocks, and then basically destroy the temple and rebuild it exactly how it's built right now, but with those blocks, which is actually going to take a whole lot longer than probably the draining process. Oh, that's right, I said I was going to fly back. Okay, to show the last 2 farms. And then after the last 2 farms, I believe that is the majority of everything in this world, and the only thing I have to go show you... Oh no, there is one more farm. I have an ominous bottle farm, which isn't even a farm, it's more or less just a pillager outpost that's active. So that right there with the magma blocks is a squid farm, because we needed a lot of ink. We needed a lot of black dye. That, if it's not already obvious, is a creeper farm, which also doubles as a disc farm. And then right over here is base. Which, before I go too far, I'll show y'all something I stumbled upon not that long ago, which was very, very concerning. This is a piece of TNT, if you're already not sharp. Somehow, some way, someone got into my world, exploded a piece of TNT. Alright, pal. Do I just need to sleep? Like, I've been sleeping. I don't understand. Why do you guys attack me? So, yeah, pretty much they just left the chunk after igniting the TNT, and then re-entered the chunk, and then it froze like that, I guess. I don't know how it works, but that's like my understanding of it when I looked it up. But yeah, that was here, or I noticed it a couple days ago. I was like, this is pretty concerning. Does not look like it's a natural thing that spawns. Can this destroy my world? And there are no answers, because everyone on Reddit has only found it naturally in a creative. I'm in survival. This means no good for me. So hopefully that doesn't mean anything bad for my world. I hope it does not. Oh, almost forgot. The newest addition to the world. By newest, I mean I literally did this last night at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Oh wow, stone brick. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It definitely did. Whoa, okay. It definitely did look tenfolds better in my head versus how I built it out, but I'm not mad at it. I like how it looks. The only thing I haven't done is maybe a water elevator and fixing up the top, but I'm probably not going to do that because I don't see us using that often. Um, Put this in here. That would be the wrong chest. Actually, I'm going to leave a phantom membrane in here because that seems like something that'd be useful here, being as this is the end portal. Alright, we'll head back, get to the very last thing, end this video, and then, oh, I'm inside of a block. Love that. Alright, on to the last thing, and of course I saved the best for last because it's my most favored thing in this whole world. Easily gets the best reactions of everybody and anybody who sees this. Of course, it only takes an insane person to actually do this. And my version of insane is like dull. It's like this in my eyes is considered boring compared to what I wanted to do. I'll let y'all read the sign. And yeah. Of course, on video doesn't look like a whole lot, but when you're in the world and you're looking up at it, it looks a whole lot bigger. This guy was annoying to get, but he was a natural spawn, I will say that much. A natural all gold zombie. So I was like, yeah, let me do something with this. And that's what it turned out to be. But yeah, this is the comically large pyramid. So let me grab more rockets before I do a fly around. Alright, Mr. Camel, don't be in the way. My elytra's just not elytraing. One more rocket. Should be good about there. I love showing this off, I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong, a pyramid's very basic when you're gonna do like a mega build. And this pyramid specifically looks extremely basic, being as there's no details. Like, how do you see me from down there? But, yeah. That and the little ice racetrack that I did around it. Um, but that kind of sums this up. Originally, I was thinking like halfway up the pyramid, I'd make like a flat platform and then do pillars and then continue the pyramid a little further up and then do the same thing like halfway up from there and platform, pillars, finish the pyramid, but ended up just making the pyramid regular, which I'm still trying to figure out what else I want to do with it. I want to do some sort of like a rail system that goes around it, but like that's what I'm trying to figure out is if I do a rail system around it, I want it to be like out there and up high enough so that you can see the whole pyramid, but I want the whole thing to go all the way around the pyramid. Which isn't going to be difficult to do, but it's going to be a little expensive and a little bit time consuming, which I may or may not do on stream later. Only because I don't want to do anything, what's the word, useful. But yeah, it took a lot of digging and a lot of sandstone to make this. If I'm not mistaken and I'm remembering correctly, it took 112 or 122,000 pieces of uh, sandstone in order to build this. And it took a total of 100 hours to complete it. But yeah, that, oh, yeah, almost forgot. This desert temple over here, just in comparison to the pyramid. That is the desert temple to the pyramid, which I don't mention this often, only because I didn't do it, and it would just simply be me saying, hey, this is what I wanted to do, but hey, this is what I actually did. And I feel it's kind of useless saying that, but at least people get a gist of what I was originally going to do. This is the pyramid I wanted to do, but cut in half, to be blunt. Originally, the pyramid I was going to build was going to be 2 times the size of this. Unfortunately for me, that was going to stretch into 2 different biomes. And I said, no. Because it was around that time when I had stated, hey guys, I'm going to build a huge pyramid. You want to help? No. Who wants to build a pyramid to that scale? That seems like a lot of nothingness. Just being bored, placing blocks and destroying blocks. Very true. Also very fair. But, you know, I ended up doing it. I didn't do it correctly, which is why I say 99% of it was built by me, because the other 1% would be the help of mainly Mike, but also the H-bomb as well. There was one side of it that was incorrect. I was off by 1 block, and it made it not symmetrical at the top. Basically meaning it didn't end at the top with a point. It ended up with like 2 points, and I wasn't gonna have that. Well, I was gonna have that because after 100 hours of grinding this game, building, breaking, placing, I was done. I was ready to just let the pyramid be done, and that's it. And bro said, yeah, no, I'm not gonna let that slide. This thing's too big for it to not be symmetrical and like even. And I was like, okay, I'll help. Just ended up destroying it, replacing that one side. Oh, I think we got it done. But that is the gist of the world tour. That is about everything summed up for this world. Oh, I do have a TNT launcher with some records on it. I still stand on the fact that I got the highest score. I don't think there's like... Okay, never mind. That's like 2 blocks. That's possible. I thought it was like 340 or something. I was about to say, if you got 340 off that, that had to be more luck than anything. That or you used a firework. But, nah. this is the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you stuck around to see everything, even if you didn't, I hope you have gotten some bit of inspiration to build something in your world of any sort. And yeah, the next video I do for this will more than likely be on the Ocean Monument or whatever I decide to be the next big project. But with that being said, definitely consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are interested in seeing more. And yeah, that'll be all. If you're here too, I will see you in the stream in like 5-10 minutes. Peace out.